Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box. We're here back at Feed the People Fest, and we're having a great time, and we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. But before we do, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, hit all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. Now let's find out who's today's guest.
What's going on? It's Noah. It's Noah. That's what it is.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. Super excited to see you after this.
But I just say thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I love sitting down in a chair talking to somebody I've not really met before. It's my favorite.
Appreciate it. Why don't you
say.
go ahead and tell us a little about, where you're from, what you do, give us that like Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
All right, man. I'm from Atlanta originally, Atlanta, Georgia, and I moved out here like 2014, 15. And I live in Puyallup, so a little bit far away from Seattle, but yeah, it's like a little town, South Hill. And then what else? I'm an Aries. I was I don't know. I'm like 5'10". There you go.
Like long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach. I like listening to the same song 80 times. That's my song, just to make sure it's right. That's what I like.
I dig that. Hell yeah. Now, what got you into music originally?
My parents are actually rappers, and you would think that would be like a really good motivator, but actually I didn't like rap at all. I liked rock music a lot growing up.
I gotcha.
And then one day I realized I couldn't play the guitar at all, and then somewhere along the line, I think I was visiting my dad one time, and I was just like, let me make a song. I've rapped before with my friends, you know. And I had the equipment, so I just did. And then after that, I was like, I think I should just keep doing this probably.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, no.
Do you play any instruments?
No, not well. No, yeah. I can play Sweater Weather on piano.
Okay.
That's the one instrument I can play is a song.
That's a start.
That's a start. But I just started making beats so I can pretend to play instruments. Like in my brain, I know what a melody could be like.
Yeah. I mean, production can be an instrument if you play it.
If you're being abstract enough.
I dig that. Now, this next question's kind of a fun one. It's one we ask pretty early on, and it's definitely a crowd favorite.
Got you.
What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Okay. First album I ever bought with my own money, it wasn't a whole album. It was just one song on iTunes because I didn't have that much money. Mm-hmm. I begged my mom. I watched Transformers, the third one, and there was a new Linkin Park song that they made just for the movie, and it was coming on their new album, but it just came out, and I was like, Mom, I need you to buy. I'm pretty sure it was New Divide. It was New Divide by Linkin Park, and I needed it bad. And I asked my mom. I begged her on my iPod Touch. I was like, can you please buy this Linkin Park song for me? And it's still on my iTunes account. It's like one of 3 songs I ever bought with actual money.
Hell yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the first one I ever bought.
I dig that. Now, tell us about the first show that you went to. That you wanted to go to, not when you got dragged to.
The first show I went to has a lot to do with me making music. Actually, I started rapping after I saw this. My best friend from my childhood best friend, he invited me. He lives in Atlanta. He invited me to go when I was visiting. He invited me to go to. It was a Kendrick Lamar show with Travis Scott opening.
Oh,
and
shit!
Then, I don't know if you remember Drum, like Broccoli with Lil Yachty.
Oh, I love Drum.
Yeah, those three had the Drum going into the Travis Scott, into the Kendrick Lamar. Me, I didn't really know anything about Travis at the time. Like I listened to all his music before the concert, but I didn't know a lot about him. And then Drum, obviously, he was popping, so I knew what was going on with Drum. And then I didn't really expect to like Travis that much, but it was actually probably one of my favorite experiences in my life. And literally it changed my whole idea of what music was. I was like, dude, this guy, because it was the one where he stood up on a bird, it was the tour where he stood up on the bird.
Okay.
And he gets on this bird thing, and then it starts flying, and he's screaming at auto-tune, and I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. I'm like, bro, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. And then from then on, I was like, I need to use auto-tune, and I need to do that. Whatever gets me there, that's what I want to do in my life.
Gotta get on that bird.
I have to get on a bird, and it has to go around the stadium for a second. That's what I wanted to do.
Boom, I dig that.
No, theatrics, it was crazy, so yeah.
That's wild. All right, now let's go ahead and dive into some questions that are more focused on you as the artist.
All right.
Now, I'm going to go on a limb, and our first question is usually, how'd you pick your name?
Okay.
But I'm gonna guess your name's Noah.
Yeah, real life, with inspiration, you know. My mom just picked it one day, and then I was stuck with it for my life.
Yep.
And so then I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just keep going with that. I don't know. I didn't have any like nicknames growing up really, other than like my mom calls me Noko because that's my name's Noah. So my mom calls me Noko. It's like her little pet nickname, and I was like, that's not cool, and I'm not gonna use that. So I'll just go by Noah.
I mean, Noko kind of vibes.
It's got a vibe. It kind of like
vibes.
my mom.
If you ever do like an R&B project,
you're right.
That could be your smooth name.
Like, you know, like when Snoop did it, Snoop Lion. That's my Snoop Lion.
There you go.
Like
there you go.
When
Your
Noko
resurgence.
Level,
It's like when Mos Def became Yasin Bey.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did that.
Look, switch up, and then I would change my whole vibe.
Perfect.
No, yeah.
There's something flying over us.
We're actually entering World War IX. I initiated it. I told them that's what I wanted. It's what I wanted for today. It would make the vibe better.
It's a vibe.
You know?
All right, now for this next question, tell us about your writing process, but specifically tell us about how you start a song, and then also tell us about what like things go through your head to decide a song is done.
Okay.
So start with how you start a track first.
Yeah, basically a lot of my songs start off, I freestyle a lot of my songs, whether it's just like a first take and then after that I'll build on the freestyle, or sometimes I just get a good take of a freestyle and I'm like, that's the song, that's perfect. Because when I first started, I started learning how to rap by freestyling with my friend, and so that was like the most natural way I could make a song. Like,
good practice.
Yeah, and so eventually I kind of like started to learn how a song just flows together, and I had my own little vibe for that. And then eventually I just kind of kept making that my thing, you know, like I just kept kind of running with it. And then when I know a song is finished is usually when I'm like usually if I do a really good take of a freestyle, I'll just leave it and I'll come back to it, and then I'll try to like, you know, obviously redo it and flesh it out. And once it's wrote or I just punch in the lines or whatever, I'm like, yeah, that's good. That sounds fine to me. Now I'll do the ad libs. It's all good. Or I'll just like yeah, sometimes I just hear like this one I just did is a one take freestyle, and I was like, that's fine by itself. Like, I don't need to touch that really. It's
if you're feeling
solid.
it, you're feeling it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people who are just like have to do they're like, let's just do another one anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Nah, when you land, just
like when
land.
You feel
it's
bro,
all right. It's
like
all right.
It's okay for not everything to be perfect. Like, I don't know, you know? Like sometimes the imperfections make me like the song more. I'm like, that's just kind of like the vibe of the day, you know?
I feel that for sure.
No, yeah, so.
And then, like I said, what makes you decide a song's done?
Usually once I finish mixing, because I mix and master all my own
you do
stuff.
it all yourself.
Yeah, so I do everything myself. So it's really like when the song gets completed, like once I creatively finish it, then I have to like technically finish it, and then after that I do a little finishing touches, tags, little effects, and I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. That sounds like a Noah song to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I dig
It's usually a feeling though. Like
once you find your sound in it.
And sometimes I'll listen to the song and it won't be out, and I'll be like, oh, I need to change this or add this. But like it's usually like I'll feel when it's done, and I'll be like, yeah, that's how it feels like it's supposed to be, you know?
Oh yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Now, out of your entire discography so far, what song do you think represents you best at the moment?
Ooh, best in the moment?
Yeah, just like right now. If you had to pick a song that's already out, what do you think represents you best?
I would say probably the song that best represents me is I dropped a song called Fourth Impact last year. It's a self-produced song. It's got like a Stranger Things sample. It's really just like, I don't know, like a free little fun song I did. But it's got like a real cinematic vibe to it. Like it really feels like a movie trailer kind of song, you know?
That.
And it feels like big and grand. And it's also like I was just kind of messing around, so there's like no expectations with it. But it really does like that was me expressing myself the most I could. And I feel like that's really me right now, like how I feel, you know? Just like, you know, a lot of stuff going on in life, a lot of different changes, time, you know, and all that. But it's like, I don't know. It's like inspirationally hopeful in a way, you know?
Yeah, I dig that.
So like I don't know. I mess with it.
Y'all definitely go check that track out.
Yeah. If you see it, man, just play it one time. Yeah. It's not terrible. I like it.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I hope.
People aren't like, this track's trash.
And like listen to it.
Ship
like,
it.
No, that's
make it happen.
Certified
Press
garbage.
it.
You know? No.
All right, now tell us about either your most favorite, or if you have too many favorites, the most wild show you've ever performed at, or like that you've ever performed, or if you've got one for each, tell us both.
I say actually probably me and Wolf have done a lot of shows in the past year, so I would say...
Shout out Wolf.
Yeah, young Wolf. Bloody Wolf.
Let's do it.
The guy. Me and Wolf have done a lot of shows since A Girl's a Gun. Our song is doing well, and I say probably one of the better shows we did was we did a show at a D Savage concert. He opened for him.
Okay, and, D Savage was just down in our area.
No, super cool dude. And whenever we were backstage, like obviously he's like doing sound check, and then he comes backstage or whatever, and like obviously you can see we're all standing around or whatever, and he like dapped us up and stuff, and was all like really cool. And then he said me and Wolf could take pictures with him later, and I was like, hey, bro. Like, I really appreciate that. So, and it was at a pretty decent venue. I don't know, Alma in Tacoma. I don't know if any of you guys been there, but it's really nice inside. I've never been inside before.
Oh, nice.
They got a great sound system, great microphones, great setup. Really felt cool to be in there. We had the in-ear monitors, we had the auto-tune, we had everything. I felt very professional, very famous for like a day. You know, I had the guest pass on my pants. You know, I was like,
you just wearing it out loud. You wearing it out loud. I think that.
This is great. So so definitely probably that show. Either that or the Alma rooftop one. Me and Wolf also did, but the two shows I've done at Alma, they're pretty fucking fire. I like it. Like it a lot.
That's rad.
So,
all right, now we're gonna move to some hypothetical questions. These are a lot of fun.
I like. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you could only work with one artist who's currently alive,
okay,
and if it's a part of a group, you got to pick one of the members.
Okay.
Who would you pick?
One artist currently alive.
Currently alive.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to pick a slightly controversial answer. I'm gonna go with Kanye West. Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But my thing is, if I make a song with Kanye West, right, that will forever go down in history no matter what I do, no matter what I've done. Even the Lil Pump feature that happened will be in Kanye's discography for the rest of his life. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
And I would just like to be a part of that. His entire history, everything that happened. If I go on the Kanye West Wikipedia page and I see one time in like 2023 he worked with Noah, that would make me happy. I would show my mom, I would show my dad, and I would go, there, look at this. And that's all I need to say.
Hell yeah.
And
if it helps, you're not the first person to say Kanye.
Let's go.
See,
I know what I'm doing. All right. There's a vision here. All right. There's a vision here, and I think if I just get him on production and he doesn't say anything, I might be able to get away with it. Honestly,
just credit him under a different.
I'm gonna credit him under Yeezus, so everyone just thinks it's old Kanye, and then I'll just be perfectly fine.
Yeah, you've just been sitting on it for like 5 years.
Oh, yeah. I've been sitting on it since I was 12.
Yep.
Me and Kanye, we go way back. We go way back.
Now, subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
Like I haven't gotten to connect with like on a musical level?
Yeah, like you haven't gotten to like interact with yet, but you're aware that they're around and you want to work with them.
Man. A lot of the boys up north, like a lot of like the real rappers, like I don't know, like Mike Jack, like 2000 baby, like people who like got some like some street credibility.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a couple people that I know that are friends, like mutual friends or whatever, but it's like I haven't really like obviously I'm not over there in that circle, and I met a lot of these guys too, but it's like just not haven't really like touched the work based on a musical level. I think I could contribute some stuff to the Seattle sound. I don't make like Seattle sounding music, but I always like doing new stuff, and so it's like, bro, if I was able to get those opportunities or do whatever, like I think I would have a lot of fun with it. Yeah. I don't know, I'm a pretty regular dude, so it's not like I don't be on anything crazy. I just like to make music, so that's why I'm like, bro.
Well, if anybody knows them, tag them in the comments. Let's put them together. Let's make it happen.
Listen.
Now this is a fun one. Feel free to go wild with this one.
All right.
If you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about the logistics, so power, crowd access, everything would be full, everything would be fine. But you could perform anywhere in the world, where would you pick?
Oh, man, that's actually that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm really gonna think. I would like.
We'll be back in 20 minutes, y'all.
Yeah. Just give me a second to write it down. No, I'd say first one that came to my head, just because I think it would be crazy, is the big old, I don't even know what it's called because I don't speak Spanish, but the big old statue of Jesus in Rio, in Brazil or whatever.
Okay.
The big ass statue. I think anywhere around there where you can
just so
see
it's in the shot?
Bro, because if you remember, bro, Modern Warfare 2, Favela. I'm telling you, like, I promise you that would be so fire to be able to make like a real life Modern Warfare 2 reference. Like you come to the show and the thing is right behind me and I'm like, and that's the whole point. That would be a great one. That'd be a great one.
Okay, vibe. I dig that.
That's the first one that came to my head. I would be like, that would be so sick. That would be so sick to do.
I dig that for sure.
No, it would just be weird having the seating. I don't know where everyone's going to sit.
Well, like I said, that would, in a world where that was figured out.
In a perfect world, we're just out right outside of it. It just happens to work,
Perfect.
Yeah, hypothetically for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, now this is the last of the hypotheticals, and this one's a little heady, so just feel broad stroke on this.
Okay.
If you had to pick a completely different genre than anyone that you've ever performed so far, so if you've done it on like a track or like mixed a genre, you can't pick either of them.
Can't do it? Okay.
But you had to pick a completely different genre and you'd be equally as proficient as you are in your main one now, what would you pick?
Ooh, I think I would pick like indie music, like indie, but not like indie like pop music, more like just like straight up like indie rock, just like really dreamy, you know, reverbs, like just like, you know, some real Midwestern vibe. Like I think I would really like to be able to make music like that. Or just be like get beats like that, or get like, you know, things that sound that way. Because it's always been a sound that I've liked, and I've kind of gone in that direction, but not as much as I'd like to, you know, not as fully fledged as I like to. But I do have a soft spot for it. Like I don't know, I like it. It's different and it's niche, you know, and it's got like its own little place, and it's not too popular, which isn't like, you know, it's not a downside, but it's just always been like a thing I've had a soft spot for.
Oh yeah, I dig that.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, just pick up a guitar and you can make it happen.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. As soon as I figure out how to play it, right?
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Tell us what's coming up next. What do you got going on like the end of August and September?
End of August, September. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of music still. I've been trying to be more consistent all year, so that's my big thing. I don't know if I have any shows coming up really, because I don't know. They'll come up if they do. But definitely be on the lookout for more music. I'm trying to make more like content, just more stuff for people to get to know me and Wolf and a lot of all my friends. I feel like that's the best thing we can do for ourselves as artists, is just like, I don't know, it's a really personal thing now, you know, like rather than having artists be these mega stars, it's more of like a personal, like, oh, I know this artist on a personal level, like I've known them for years, or, you know, like I've listened to their music the whole time. So I want to do more content like that, more stuff that's fun in that way.
Hell yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, so.
All right, now for this next one, go ahead and look at the camera and give everybody like your @s and your plugs and tell them how they can find you.
Hey, you can find me at Listen to Noah on Instagram. If you look on SoundCloud, I don't know. You just look up. I don't know. You can look up Noah. You can look up A Girl Is a Gun. That's what you can look up. My SoundCloud got deleted last year, so I forget what I named it. It's just named Noah to me. It's not as important. If you look me up on socials, just look up a song that you know I made, like A Girl Is a Gun. You'll find it. My name is just Noah, so unfortunately it's hard to find me. But everywhere else, Listen to Noah. And then you probably see me outside. If you see somebody that looks like me, just say Noah. If he turns around, that's me. So that's all I can say for it. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, of course.
Hell yeah. And then second to last question.
All right, let's go.
This one's not really a question, but do you have any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Nah, man, I just want to shout out the gang, man. I've been waiting to shout out Thule the whole time. Thule's one of my favorite artists in Washington. My boy Usame is one of my favorite artists in Washington, man. Just all my friends, obviously Wolf, you know, Chris P, man, everybody down at the studio, 100K, you know, everybody, like all the people from the South Side, man. My man Corey, you know, my man Seti, my mom and my dad, I don't know, me too. Shout out me, just in case you forgot I was here. Shout out me. And that's all I can say. Not many plugs. Not that many plugs. I don't have a lot of work. I just got a lot of friends. So.
Fair. All right. Now we got one last question, but I'm gonna steal the camera for just a second.
Hey, you're good for it.
As always, y'all, make sure to like, subscribe, hit all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And now for the final question: what is your guilty pleasure song?
Oh man, I tell you right now, I have been listening to so much Fall Out Boy for like the past week, bro. Okay. It's this one Fall Out Boy album, but I say probably my song right now is it's either EXO or I'm trying to think. My Heart Is the Worst Kind of Weapon, the demo version. It's better than the actual version that came out. It's an acoustic version that came out. The demo version is like, I got a whole guitar, drums, all that. Best song I ever heard. I love the wordplay. I love everything about it. But yeah, so Fall Out Boy, that's what I've been listening to lately. When I locked in, Under the Cork Tree, it's a great album. You should listen to the whole thing if you want. I listened to it on the way up here.
Hell
so
yeah.
I was listening to, so just rock it out.
I dig that.
But yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get up on out of here. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, bro, of course. Always, man.
Hell
always.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
This has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm listening to Noah.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all. That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.